All right, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm talking to my friends Frankie and Dylan today because it's World Autism Day. And I mean, it's not a thing I bring up a whole lot with you guys because I just accept that's part of who you are. But on a day like today, I don't think we can not talk about it. I think it's really important that we do. And I know
That
that you're a
means
really big inspiration for people.
everyone's different, even autistic people. And everyone's different. The autism doesn't stop people what they're doing.
Absolutely, Frankie hit that right on the head. People like Frankie and I, um, even if you have autism, you don't stop what you're doing. I know some of them might be nonverbal, but you know what? You just make the best out of the situation and keep trying to be an inspiration.
Yes, the world inspiration. Even people who are autistic over in Russia, they speak their Russian, their own language. They don't stop them from speaking their own language over there.
Well, it's a global phenomenon, of course, and I mean, like I say, it's a thing I don't bring up much. The same way that I don't want people to bring up much to me talking about my mental health and stuff all the time. I struggle. How was growing up like this? Um,
That means
when
you
it wasn't a big
during
thing
my
back then.
elementary. Wait a minute. In my elementary school days, I learned I print like this. And I learned how to write when I was in my first year in high school. I learned how to write. I did some writing when I was in elementary school back then, in middle school. I did basic math and things like that when I was in elementary school back then. I did some geometry, probability, and things like that, integers like negative, positive, and the algebra and fractions when I was in middle school, and I did some fractions in elementary school days too.
For me, I was bullied really badly.
I had a lot of Wait a minute. I had a lot of friends when I was in Sydney Academy. People didn't bully me as much when I was in the academy. I never had any I had some bullying when I was in elementary and some middle school, and I never had any bullying in high school.
Yeah, I was really bullied back in high school, but I learned to deal with it. But it was hard at times. But yes.
What kind of stuff, Dylan? What happened? What would people say to do?
Kids used to chase me down the hallways with Lidos. They used to hot glue me to my seat in art class.
Those bullies, they have nothing better to do. They all moved on now. Bullies got their own ideas. They must have got better jobs themselves. Especially meteorologist Kevin Merton. He's saying rude stuff about me online. Meteorologist Kevin Merton, he's pretending to be a professional senior meteorologist from National Weather Force website, Southern California Weather Central. He's faking to be a professional meteorologist.
How did you grow up to be so forgiving?
Well, that's a good question. I always learned to, to forgive. Always learn to forgive. If people are mean, it's fine. You just got to learn how to forgive. And try to make the most out of it.
Frankie, you talked often about being, some of the bully attacks when you first started being on YouTube. Just tell us all about that.
That was Flank. That was on my old YouTube channel, Flank99. I didn't know how to ignore trolls back then. I remember those former trolls in 2010, like Digital Mafia, D1G1TAL, MAF1A. He was a real bad guy, and he was responsible creating the Frankie Revolution 2, Frankie Revolution 3, fake YouTube accounts, same with Frankie Down 2, Frankie Down 3, Frankie Down 4 YouTube accounts. It's not true at all. I learned my lesson. I ignore all bullies and trolls. They all moved on now. I know Bad Boy Films, the former YouTube username, Mr. Berry Poo Twist and Freedom Flowers. They helped me take down those trolls.
Why would anyone spend so much energy being such an idiot, such a jerk?
They have nothing better to do.
It's a real mirror at themselves, right? Like they're projecting, but you know how the saying goes, you point a finger, there's four pointing back at you. So that's why I tell you guys to point like this. Point with all fingers.
Yes.
Have none pointing back at you, right?
And today, everyone, we encourage everyone to wear blue, right, Frankie?
Everyone wears blue.
Yes.
So why blue? Why was blue chosen to be the color?
Like this blue thing.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why blue? Why blue, Frankie, for Autism Day?
Because to help people, other autistic people around the world. including developing countries.
They just picked a random color then? You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm just curious about the blue color, if it has any significance. All the colors are used up for every kind of ribbon, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of thing do you want to say to everybody, A, who's autistic, and B, who's not on World Autistic Day?
If you have anyone autistic, make sure to follow the same goals as everyone else in the world.
Yes, and keep being positive and do what you can.
How about for young people who are just sort of discovering themselves and don't have a lot of, like we've talked to a number of people, including JoJo, just, you know, your message for them too. Like, what was that point of your life like when you were starting to really realize this is part of who I am?
Don't be shy. You know, don't. I know it's hard to make friends sometimes, but don't be shy. You know, don't reach out and try to make friends.
That is the tough one for young people, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And especially, it's so different now than it was when I was in school, right? When you were in school, and you know, the world is so different. I worry for the kids. We didn't have internet back when I was in school. We didn't have that kind of bullying
Mm-hmm.
that was available, right? Were you sort of nonverbal as a child then, Frankie?
I was nonverbal at first, then I went to speech therapy. I learned how to speak in an early age.
That's amazing. And that wasn't the case for you, Dylan?
Yeah, it was the same case for me too, I believe. Yes.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
You know, how'd your parents deal with all this? And here's your chance to kind of praise them, I guess. I know for my mom, I often think, you know, she tried so hard as a single mom on top of just the maniac kid I was, uncontrollable. You know, I have a lot of love for her.
Yeah, they've been so wonderful. Got the best parents. They always drive me around everywhere I go. Whenever I need to go somewhere, either when it's work or whether it's going to go meet a dignitary or anything like that, right? So I got the best parents for sure.
It's long been disproven that vaccines cause autism. We know that's not true.
No.
Science knows that's not true. But one thing that sort of bothers me about the anti-vax movement is, how do you feel about this, Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
They say, I won't vaccinate my kid because I'm afraid of him getting autism,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm okay with them getting polio or rubella,
Mm-hmm.
which is a life, you know, just put that, your thoughts on that.
I think it's I mean, like, kind of a bit of a lie, right? I mean, like, when you're diagnosed with it at a young age.
I mean, would you rather your kid have, you know, polio than autism?
No.
But we know it doesn't cause that.
No, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
I just find that language deeply insulting, and that
Mm-hmm.
that anti-vax kind of idea to be very dangerous and offensive, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when considering how many good friends I have who've lived with autism and have had good lives. Mm-hmm. We got Trevor in. Can you hear me, Trev? I don't think he's got his audio on. So World Autism Day, how long has this been going on? Do you know?
Yeah, how long has it been going on now, Frankie? I think for a long time now, I believe.
A long time now.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like in my lifetime, the conversation of autism has changed, right? Like, when I was a kid, hardly anybody knew. And autism only referred to a nonverbal kid, right? And that's changed a lot. How do you see that changing? That understanding of the
Trevor.
I think it's a good change.
Well, guys,
making a difference.
If there's anything else you want to say today,
ignore all trolls, especially Russian hackers and Russian bad guys. Most of the Russians are bad.
You kill me, Frankie. Totally love you guys. I'm totally glad you're part of my life. You inspire me. You know, our issues may be a little different, but you inspire me a lot, and I'm glad to be part of everything you're doing, and just glad to have you in my life. Thanks for being who you are and being strong.
No, Trevor, you have to press the bottom left to unmute.
We're going to be done the interview in Poor Trevor's going to be sitting there wondering what was
How's that?
going on.
Hi,
Hey,
Trevor.
How's that?
Good. We're just talking to Dylan and Frankie about World Autism Day. And before I close off, and seeing as you're here, I don't know if you have any thoughts on the subject.
Well, look at the A on my hat.
No,
on.
yes. Yes.
There you go.
Well, to your friends Frankie and Dylan on their day.
That's my thought. My day is bad.
I always like to remind
I'll tell you why, because somebody hacked into my Amazon account. All right, guys. I just signed up. Now I know how to work it, but I'm going to have to go.
Okay. We'll catch up with you again, Trevor. I've had a busy week, but I'll probably catch up with you this weekend. I've been all over
Yeah,
the
I just signed in. Now I'm finally figuring this out for you. All right. There's your A again.
Thanks for the A. We'll see you later, guys. Good to see you, Trevor.
Good night.
Good to see you, Frankie.
All right.
Good to
Back
see
to
you,
the
Dylan.
park.
Thank you.
Hey, today's opening day of baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right on.
Trevor, when's your next show?
The game's on right now. Red Sox and Baltimore Orioles.
When's the next show?
What?
When's the next Trevor's Happy Hour?
Probably Sunday.
All right.
Sunday. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Bye.
All right. Go, Jays, go.
Let's go,
Blue Jays. The infamous Trevor Garner. Just when your day is weird enough, you get to talk to an American for 2 minutes.
You're the best, Joey.
No, you're the best.
I'm Frankie MacDonald. Autism Awareness Day.
Yes.
Bye, everybody. Love you, boys.
Love you too, guys. See ya.
Daniel Tammet is another guy autistic. He speaks 11 different languages. He knows calculus, advanced math, really, really hard university math in his brain.
Hey, Frankie, are we doing the? Are we on Frankie G Squad later on tonight too?
Yeah, Joey will join and the others.
Yes,
Sounds
absolutely.
good, guys. I'll see you at the interview in a couple hours.
Sounds good. Bye.
Now.
All right. Bye for now, boys.